Welcome to Lingua Latina, Chapter 11. Here we have an introduction to the parts of the human body. We see this sculpture here, which is called the Dying Gaul, and you can see the torque that he's wearing around his neck, and the little bit of the facial hair. He's not which sets him off from being a Roman. Body parts, I think one of the more difficult parts of learning them is to remember the genders, because you have many neuter or many third declension body parts, and they all have their own gender. I mentioned before the gender rule, error sox lancet, ut lancet usris, and that can be useful in this situation, although there are always exceptions, but it's much easier to remember the exceptions and to know the rule. So error stands for all the third declension nouns that end in er, or, or just r, which are masculine in gender. And then sox, sox, stands for the feminine. Those are the feminine endings. If it ends in s, o, or x in the nominative, then it tends to be feminine in the third declension. And if it ends in l, lancet usris, lancet, or nominative us, genitive ris, that tends to be neuter. So if you look here, we have caput, which ends in t, so that follows the lancet rule. That's neuter for head. Humerus, we know, is first, second declension, shoulder, masculine. Crus cruris follows the usris rule. Crus uris, crus cruris. You have to know the genitive. Pes pedis breaks the rule. It's masculine, although it ends in s. It means foot. Manus manus, us, is a fourth declension feminine. So fourth declension usually is masculine, so that breaks the rule. Brachium, second declension neuter. That's arm. It follows the rule. Pectus pectoris follows the rule of usris, and it's neuter, meaning chest. And we're back to caput capitis. So looking at the parts of the head, we have capillus, hair. That's second declension masculine. Auris, ear, which is feminine, and follows the sox rule. Column, which is second declension neuter and means neck, so that follows the rule. Labrum is lip and is neuter, like you'd expect with ending. Os, now os oris breaks the rule because it is neuter and ends in s. You'd expect it to be feminine, but it is neuter. Gena, feminine, first declension, like you'd expect. Oculus, eye, masculine, like you'd expect. Frons, just like you'd expect, is feminine because it ends in s. So you see that most of the time, first declension nouns are feminine. Second declension nouns are masculine if they're us and neuter if they're Third declension nouns follow error sox lancet and usris, and fourth declension tends to be masculine with a couple exceptions, and fifth declension tends to be feminine with the exception of dies. Okay, so let's read this. We don't have a lot of time, and see what it means. Corpus humanum quatuor membra habet, duo brachia et duo crura. Brachium membrum est et crus membrum est. In brachio est manus, in crure pes. Duae manus et duo pedes in corpore humano sunt. The human body has 4 limbs, 2 arms and 2 legs. The arm is a limb, and the leg is a limb. And the arm is on the arm is a hand, on the leg is a foot. 2 hands and 2 feet are in the human body.